Hello students, today's topic is viscosity. If honey and water are poured on the inclined surface, the water flows down faster than honey and honey flows down slowly. Why? Because of the fluid friction. The difference is due to fluid friction and this property of fluid is called viscosity. Water has low viscosity whereas honey has high viscosity and honey is more viscous than water. This figure shows schematic section of viscous flow and non-viscous flow. First diagram shows the viscous flow. As shown in the figure, there are some layers. Different layers flows with different velocities. The central layer flows with fastest and the outermost layer flows the slowest. There is a dragging force in the viscous flow. Dragging force means the force which opposes the relative motion between the two adjacent layers. It's called the dragging force. So, dragging force is present in viscous flow. Non-viscous flow. This diagram shows the non-viscous flow. Different layers flows with the same velocity and there is no dragging force in the non-viscous flow and all the layers are moving with same velocity as shown in the figure. Now, the tangential force acts on adjacent layers of liquid which opposes the relative motion between the layers of liquid or gases is called the viscous drag or viscous force. And the property of the fluid by virtue of which the relative motion between the different layers of fluid experience a dragging force is called the viscosity. Consider streamline flow of liquid on horizontal surface. That surface, there are the streamline flow of liquid. Let us assume that the liquid is divided into thin layers which are parallel to each other as shown in the figure. So, velocity of layer is differ from layer to layer. Velocity is differ from layer to layer. The velocity of layer increases in the upward direction, bottom to top. The velocity of bottom layer is 0 and the velocity of top layer is maximum. And in the liquid, it is due to short range molecular cohesive forces and in gases, it is due to collision between the fast moving molecules. And in both liquid and gases, as long as the relative velocity between layers is small, the viscous drag is proportional to the relative velocity, and in turbulent flow, viscous drag increases rapidly and is not proportional to the relative velocity. Now, consider this figure. Let V and V plus dV be the velocity of layers of liquid which are at distance x and x plus dx respectively from the bottom. So, the velocity gradient, the rate of change of velocity with distance measured from the stationary layer is called the velocity gradient. Velocity gradient means the rate of change of velocity with distance measured from the stationary layer is called the velocity gradient. dV is the velocity, rate of change of velocity, and the distance dx measured from the stationary is called the velocity gradient. Unit of velocity gradient is per second and dimensions are 0 in length, 0 in mass and minus 1 in time. Now consider a liquid flowing over a horizontal surface. Each slower moving layer of the liquid exerts a tangential retarding force on an adjacent faster moving layer. The value of viscous force is given by Newton's law of viscosity. So, according to the Newton's law of viscosity, for streamline flow, viscous force F acting on any layer is directly proportional to the area of the layer and the velocity gradient dV by dx. So viscous force is directly proportional to A into dV by dx. F equals to eta into A into dV by dx. Eta is the coefficient of viscosity, A is the area of the layer, and dV upon dx is the velocity gradient, where eta is the constant called the coefficient of viscosity of the liquid. From equation 1, we can write eta equals to F upon A into dV by dx. The coefficient of viscosity is defined as the viscous force per unit area per unit velocity gradient. SI unit of eta is Newton second per meter square and CGS unit of eta is Dyne second per centimeter square, or it is called poise. Dimension of eta are -1 in length, 1 in mass and -1 in time. When a small spherical object moves through viscous fluid, then it experiences a viscous force. In 1845, Sir George Gabriel Stokes stated the law which gives the viscous force acting on spherical object falling through a viscous medium. According to the Stokes, as shown in the figure, this is the sphere, and that line shows the viscous medium. This is the sphere. So the statement of that law is the viscous force Fe acting on a small sphere falling through viscous medium is directly proportional to the radius of the sphere r, its velocity v through the fluid, and the coefficient of viscosity eta of the fluid. So Fv, viscous force, is directly proportional to the eta, r and v. Fv equals to 6 pi eta rv. 6 pi is the constant. This is the expression for viscous force acting on a spherical object moving through a viscous fluid. Now, next is terminal velocity. We have to find the equation for terminal velocity. When a spherical body falls through a viscous fluid, it experiences a viscous force. All of you know that. The motion of body is initially accelerated and its velocity begins to increase. After covering a certain distance, the sphere in the fluid, that spherical body attains a constant velocity called as terminal velocity. So, for that, consider spherical body falling through a viscous fluid. It experiences a viscous force as shown in the figure. See, there are some forces experienced by a spherical body during its downward motion. That forces are upthrust and viscous force that are directed upward. Upthrust and viscous force directed upward, and its weight mg is directed downward. Now, net downward force given by Fg minus Fv plus Fu is responsible for initial increase in the velocity, and then Fg and Fu are constant while Fe increases with increase in velocity. Thus, a stage is reached when the net force F becomes 0. At this stage, Fg equals to Fv, viscous force, plus upthrust force. After that, the downward velocity remains constant. This constant downward velocity is called the terminal velocity. Suppose that a sphere of radius r and density ρ is falling under gravity through the medium of density sigma and coefficient of viscosity is eta. When the sphere attains the terminal velocity, the total downward force acting on the sphere is balanced by the total upward force acting on the sphere. That's why we have to find the total downward force acting on the sphere is weight of the sphere. Weight of the sphere is mass into gravitational acceleration. You know that the density is mass upon volume. That's why mass is the volume into density into g. G is the gravitational acceleration. Volume of sphere. Here spherical object is here. That's why the volume of sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube into rho into g. And now then we have to find the total upward force acting on the sphere. So the total upward force is viscous force plus upthrust due to medium. According to the Stokes law, you know that the viscous force is 6 pi into eta into r into v plus 4 by 3 pi r cube into sigma into g. Since at a terminal velocity, since the sphere is moving with a terminal velocity, then we have the total downward force equals to total upward force. Total downward force is 4 by 3 pi r cube into rho into g equals to 6 pi into eta into r into v plus 4 by 3 pi r cube into sigma into g. By solving this equation, we get 6 pi eta r into v equals to 4 by 3 pi r cube into rho into g minus this 4 by 3 pi r cube sigma into g. 6 pi into eta into r into v equals to, by solving this, 4 by 3 pi r cube into g is a common, and in bracket we have write rho minus sigma. Now v is the terminal velocity. V equals to 4 by 3 pi r cube into g in bracket rho minus sigma into 1 upon 6 pi eta into r. Now again solving this, lastly we get v equals to 2 upon 9 r square into g in bracket rho minus sigma upon eta. This is the expression for the terminal velocity of the sphere. Now second equation we get, rearrange the equation, we get eta equals to 2 upon 9 into r square into g in bracket rho minus sigma upon v. This is the eta. Eta is the coefficient of viscosity. This equation gives the coefficient of viscosity of a liquid. Thank you.